My name is Enhle Zondi and welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, fam. And if you are new, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe and share. So this is the look that we are going to be creating. The look was inspired by Mihlali's last year's Valentine's look. It was also inspired by Tierra Walker. She is an American YouTuber and I loved the red eyeline under eye that she did, and so I decided to incorporate that even in my look. So I hope you enjoy this video. So right now we are going to be starting off this look with my primer from Essence. It is a hydrating primer. This primer is great for when you are going for a nice dewy look. I'm not so much into matte looks. I like a nice dewy makeup look, mainly because I naturally have really dry skin, and so a dewy look just makes me look a lot more hydrated, and it also just gives you that nice glowy effect that I want to achieve whenever I put on makeup. So now I'm just making sure that I am applying it properly onto my skin so that by the time I put on foundation, it will be nice and dewy. So now I'm going over my face with my foundation from Rimmel London in the shade Almond. The reason why it's like one shade lighter than my actual shade is because it oxidizes, and like this one time I bought my shade and the shade that I bought was Warm Honey, and when it oxidized it made me look so dark. And so what I did was I bought one shade lighter, which is Almond, and when it oxidized it matched my actual skin tone. So right now I'm just going over it with a brush and just properly blending my face all over. I'm still going to go over with the beauty blender to just blend everything, all the corners in my face, and to just make sure that I have applied it properly. I always make sure to not put like a lot of layers of foundation, mainly because I know that I'm still going to go over it with concealer because I'm going to be contouring. I'm going to be highlighting and contouring my face, and so I just make sure that I don't put a lot of products on my face because I don't want to seem like I'm having like heavy makeup on me. So now I'm just blending under my eyes, blending just all over my face. Now I will be using my eyebrow pencil from Essence in the shade 02 Brown. I am all for brown eyebrow pencils. Like, I just don't understand why you would want to have black eyebrows. Like, I don't get it, but okay, if that's your own thing, if it works for you, it's for you. But I prefer a brown eyebrow pencil, and I know that a lot of people have stopped using eyebrow pencils, but I just think it's a lot easier to finesse using an eyebrow pencil, and so it's a lot easier for me to finesse like the shape that I want my brows to be, and to fill in as well so that it doesn't be too dark. So yeah, and so normally I go on with my foundation before doing my brows. I just feel like I just like it that way, and I know that a lot of people do their brows first and then go on foundation. I don't know, I just think I prefer it that way. Now I'm using my concealer in the shade Fawn to just properly shape my brows. I feel like I'm speaking too much. I think I'm talking too much, but anyways, I'm using my concealer from LA Girl. A lot of people use this concealer. This is like very well known concealer, so I'm using the concealer to shape my brows and my brows. I'm still gonna go on top, and I'm gonna be blending with a beauty blender. now I am just blending everything, my neck, my whole face. I'm moving closer to the camera so that you guys can see properly how I am blending. As an eyeshadow base, I am going to be using a very light shade of concealer from LA Girl. The name of this shade is Porcelain. I hope I said that right. But the reason why I'm going with a much lighter shade is because the colors or the shades of eyeshadow that I'm going to be using are quite dark colors. And so I really want them to pop, especially because I've got dark skin. So yeah, so if you are a dark-skinned person and you want to use dark colors, I really highly recommend that you use a much lighter shade of concealer so that your eyes can pop. So right now, from my Roxi palette from Makeup Revolution, I'm going to be using the shade Cocoa. As you guys can see, I am going over it on my crease. I'm applying it on my crease and I'm applying it on the other eye now, just to like properly blend everything. Use a nice almost fluffy-ish brush. I'm using my brush that I bought at Clicks, and now I am cutting the crease with my normal concealer from LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. When I cut my crease, I always make sure that I just extend not all the way to the end of my eye, like my outer corner, but just before my outer corner, because I'm still going to blend that part with the Cocoa again. I'm gonna see later on in the video. So I'm now doing my other eye and just making sure that I'm applying it properly. And yeah, it's actually kind of hard doing this when you've got individual lashes on. So right now I am fanning my face with my hands because I want this to dry before I apply some eyeshadow. Now with my LA Girl palette, the nudes palette, I'm going over with like a slightly pinkish color with my brush that I got from Discam. I don't know what the brand is, I'm sorry. I'm going to mention it's in the description below. But I'm going over with a tipped brush over the parts where I cut my crease with the concealer that I used, and I'm just properly applying it there because it's actually kind of hard applying eyeshadow when you've creased your eyes and the concealer is still not dry, like not 100% dry. And so yeah, just wait for it to dry until you're like, okay, fine, I think I can apply some eyeshadow. So as a transition color between the Cocoa and the almost baby pinkish color, I'm going to be going over with a red shade of eyeshadow from my Makeup Revolution palette. The name of the palette is Roxi. I love this palette. It's very pigmented, as you guys can see. So I'm going to be using this red eyeshadow as a transition color from the Cocoa, and I just feel like having a transition color just makes it look a lot better, and the blend between the Cocoa and the pink is like looks more, I don't want to say natural, but not really natural, but like, I don't know, but it looks better. Okay, it looks a whole lot better. And it's red and it pops, and especially because I'm going to be having red lips as well. So yeah, I just think it's a good transition color, and also just applying it between the two shades and also a bit on my crease as well. Now I am going to be using this bright red lipstick from Catrice. Sweetie, you need to have this. Look at how bright that is. Oh my gosh. So I swatched it on my hand, and I'm just going to use a bit of product from this flat angled brush, and I'm going to be using it under my eyes. I saw this from Tiara Walker's YouTube channel and I loved it, and I wanted to incorporate it on my look. As you guys can see, the eyeshadow is a bit inspired by Mihlali's last year's what is this thing called, Valentine's Glam, but then I also wanted it to have a bit of me as well, so I slightly changed a few things. And I also incorporated Tiara Walker's red eyeliner, well, under eyeliner, yeah. And so I really liked it, and the reason why I chose this lipstick as well, it's a matte lipstick and it also dries very fast as well. So if you're gonna use lipstick as a liner, I highly recommend that you use lipstick that dries fast. So now I am going to be going over my individual lashes with mascara from Essence. This is a nice mascara. It doesn't really give you length, but it gives you volume, and that's what I wanted. I wanted volume because my individual lashes aren't really that volumed. I think I like them that way, and I prefer them that way. And I made an oopsies right there, so that's what I'm trying to clear. Now I am highlighting my face. I always make sure to highlight upwards, so because I just feel like it gives you that nice illusion of a facelift in a way. Not really a facelift, but like you just want to highlight upwards so that your face doesn't look droopy when you highlight downwards. So that is why I go all the way up, almost like to the end of my brow. Now I'm going to be highlighting my nose. I normally just go over with just a single line. It's a lot easier to blend when you're going to be doing it like that. And obviously on my chin, I make an upside down triangle. And also a bit as well on my forehead. Just a bit, not a lot, because I already have like a bit of concealer on my forehead when I was doing my brows. Now I'm just going to be blending, and also when you blend, just make sure that you're blending upwards. Blend upwards, like all the way up until like almost like the end of your brow. And now I am going to be baking my face with my translucent powder from Rimmel London in the shade 001. I know this is a very light shade, but I don't know, I just like it. It's actually 001 transparent, so it's almost like a transparent shade. I don't know. Okay, it's not really transparent, but like it's a really light shade, and I really like it, and it works for me, and yeah, that's all that matters. So I am going to be baking my face, just making sure that my makeup doesn't crack on my forehead. and just making sure that everything is really nice and blended and everything. I'm also making sure, like, around the area of my nose that it also doesn't crack. So yeah, now I am going to be contouring with my mattifying compact powder from Essence in the shade 70 Espresso. It's a really good shade to contour with. Now I'm just going to be going over my cheekbones. I am doing like a mini pout just to see the area that I need to apply this compact powder on. I apologize for the noise in the background. Like, it's actually kind of hard creating content at home. It's really hard creating content at home. So I am doing a mini pout and I am applying it on my cheekbones. And now I am going over with my Beauty Treats palette. They have a really nice blush that I'm going to show you right now. And that's what I like. I like using the blush and the bronzer together because I don't know, it just works very well, and it's really nice. As you guys can see, it's a nice I don't know, it's almost like a natural blush in a way. So yeah, it looks nice and blushy, but not too blushy as well. Now I'm going to be setting my face with my Nivea hydrating face mist. You can get this literally anywhere, like even at Pick and Pay you can get it. I highly recommend for us who like dewy looks. It really gives you that nice dewy look and it sets your face. So now I am going over my lips with my eyebrow pencil. I know you're supposed to be using a lip liner, I know, but like I just feel like I already have an eyebrow pencil and it works. So yeah, I'm lining my lips with my eyebrow pencil from Essence. I'm lining my lips, as you guys can see, just making sure that I get that nice shape that I want. And right now I'm just fixing something. Yeah, now I'm lining my lips properly. Now I'm going over with my red lipstick from Catrice that I used as an underliner. I really like it, and I think if I had used it alone it would have been too bright, but now that I lined my lips and used it, it gives it like that nice, I don't know, it just tones it down a little, and it gives it that nice ombre look. Now I'm lining my lips again just to kind of brighten up that dark look that I wanted. Now I am highlighting with my highlights from Wet n Wild in the shade Precious Pearls. I've been using this highlighter, honestly. I'm highlighting the bridge of my nose, and I highlighted under my brows. And I'm also just going to highlight in my inner corners with a different brush that is slightly angled as well. It is flat and it is slightly angled. And I just think it's just going to brighten up my eyes when I highlight the inner corners of my eyes. I felt like my lips would look a lot better if they were glossed up, and so I decided to do a nice glossy look for my lips. And so I used the Lip Therapy from Dischem. It's actually not a lip gloss. It's not a lip gloss. It's a Lip Therapy. But if you put just enough products, it will look like a lip gloss, and that's what I did. And because I wanted a nice glossy lip, because I felt like it just needed something extra. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Bye.